Yo. Interested to see what is that going to be. Regicide Fortress. Regicide Fortress is going to be played right here. Mayans from both players. Not a huge surprise, of course. So let's try to start talking a little bit about the maps right here. Nearly nice gold for RiuT.
Well, gold, the positioning isn't too important again, because you will always have Blues to defend, Mangonels to defend, and Town Centers to defend. And there is no possibility to have like a fast feudal attack or anything.
Yeah, no one's gonna stay on feudal age right here, right?
Absolutely.
Everyone is gonna go for a fast cancel. Do keep in mind that players start with a higher number of resources on this map. They've started with a couple of farms, you can see. They start with a barracks, with a castle, something really important. Let's take a look at Yo's map. What about it, Mr. Milford?
Let's take a look. He's having nice towers, because the towers are protecting the gold here, and the towers are protecting the wood in the south. So that's a very good tower, for example. Because it helps a lot.
I like this.
But he will most likely build a town center over here. Anyway.
Around here, and maybe just drop a couple stone walls somewhere around here to keep this side safe. Maybe.
Well, most of the times you don't want to stone wall. You just want to get 50 extra stone and then build 2 town centers.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's pretty nice. Now luring the boar with his eagle warrior.
Luring the boar with the eagle, stopping right there to make sure the gate does not close in between. Really nicely done. Really nicely done. And what about the gold? I sort of fear a little bit for this gold. There's a castle there. That castle is going to have a +2 range, which is really important. But I think this gold could be sort of rated a little bit. And
well, most likely he will build 1 town center over here at the gold.
At the front, right? And
1 town
seal the
center
deal.
in the south.
Seal the deal and everything.
Should be fine.
Let's try to take a look at the exploration of both players. Something I really don't like. Players get so close to with the king to the enemy base. In this case, looks like nothing horrible is going to happen. We did see in this tournament kings getting sniped. We did see that.
Armor, the Kingslayer, how we call him now.
That game will stay in my memory forever. What an awesome game that was. What a nice strategy that was.
Absolutely.
Really nicely done.
And even RiuT is a Kingslayer as well. Wasn't he against Ding? It was his
I think I remember, I think I remember.
In the Nations Cup.
In the Nations Cup, Ding losing his king twice, in fact, in the whole tournament. A little bit of a mistake right here from RiuT. He pretty much was just about to sort of trap his board outside his walls. Did correct it, so everything fine for him. He's the first one to click up to feudal age, far ahead of Mr. Yo, to be honest. Looks like RiuT just went with 1 less villager.
RiuT had the weird approach concerning farms. Look at this, you start with 5 farms, and Yo is staying on those 5 farms. And look at RiuT. He added 4 farms. That's untypical for a Mayans war, because you don't need the heaviest food eco, and since you're going castle age, you always like to have horse color. So building those farms now and not using them, I think, isn't optimal.
Bit puzzled by that indeed. Maybe he felt like he wouldn't have. He probably didn't find his boar on time, and he felt it was stolen or something like that. Would be my only explanation for that. But anyway, taking a look at the resources, he might be struggling a little bit. Even though it looks like he's going to be fine. He's going to be able to go the castle age quite fast. Mr. Yo indeed feels to me like he went 1 villager up too much. Nearly. Look at his resources. He can already click up to castle age even before he reached it.
Yeah, most likely 23 would have been, or 21 villagers would have been better than 22. But I think this will not be the worst difference, because castles are pretty far away. So the first plumes will not instantly reach your goals.
Will take a long time to get there, indeed.
RiuT's building the market and the blacksmith at a non-strategical point, which is quite surprising for me, because if you build them up here, for example, a bit higher, he just would have secured the stone spot, the wood spots, and he just needed to defend a bit more south. And the walking distance is pretty close if he could delete those walls.
And it's like he wants to hide his strategy. He knows,
no,
Mr. Yo knows what is going to happen. So indeed, quite odd placements right there for RiuT. Let's take a look at what is Mr. Yo doing himself, dropping those buildings inside as well. He's going to go fast castle indeed, and it's going to be the same thing. RiuT is going to be the first one to get to castle age a couple of minutes before Mr. Yo.
Oh, and one interesting thing. Look at the stone of Yo, the amount of stone.
Let's take a look at
it's
Mr. Yo.
180 now, and it's 200 now, because the farmers just dropped those stone. And look at the stone of RiuT. It's still 150. And
150. He's not collecting any
So it
stone.
seems like he's not going for the 2TC strategy.
He either forgot it or he's got something in mind here.
Oh, I hope that he's not forgetting it. Because I hope he will build like one extra TC and then a siege workshop. And will just play aggressively. But let's go into this view. Did you see any vulnerable resources? It does so.
Be quite an odd option here by RiuT. I would be really surprised to see him actually forgetting to get the stone. These guys are so experienced when it comes to this kind of maps. They know, most of the times they know exactly how to play them. Let's see what exactly will he be doing right here. He gets to Castle Age, both saw upgrade straight away. He sends 2 villagers to that zone.
Yeah.
So probably he wants to delay a little bit that third stone, that third TC by getting the stone from that TC first.
Yeah, it seems so. So he's kind of frugal when it comes to villager time, because now the walking distance is shorter, obviously, but I think he's delaying the 30C too much.
Oh, and well, it looks like 1 Eagle Warrior is not going to be enough, even though, yeah,
And
there's
he
no
doesn't have
loom,
loom,
there's no
obviously.
loom. That was what I was sort of fearing. There's no loom, but there's a couple of plumed archers right there. But he does need to finish the TC really fast, because RiuT knows exactly where he can attack. He's bringing in a couple of plumed archers. Let's hope for Mr. Yo that this TC is going to go up on time.
3 against 3, but he still has Eagle Warrior, so
Yeah,
he might
Eagle
be able
Warrior
to
is there.
out-micro them.
Flashing for both players, Botkin error on the way, but looks like it's going to be all right.
Yeah.
Mr. Yo very nicely taking the hill, making sure nothing can happen right there. 1 villager goes down, not too bad, really.
Yeah, I think he still should have saved them, because if he goes like close to the wood, the villagers would have been stuck and everything would have been fine. But still, great crisis management, getting the hill, blocking the 3 other bloom dodges.
And let's point out once more that that was once more the 2K6 prediction right here from Neely. 1 TC on that goal, exactly as expected. Is he dropping a third one? Not just yet. We are sort of expecting to see a TC right there on the gold. Looks like no fight is taking place. A little bit of a
Funnily
pause.
enough, we were so much...
Yeah, taking a look at the audience screen. Looks like they went back for whatever reason that might
Yeah,
have
but
been.
Age of Empires is still open, so it wasn't a drop, it was just
Probably
all
just
tapped.
going to keep on going anytime soon. But let's talk a little bit of how are things looking so far. Do we feel like someone has got the advantage at this point?
No, not really. Both have reasonable amount of plumed archers. Both have reasonable amount of villagers. So I think if you go by pure numbers, it's 30. RiuT is ahead by 4 military and 3 villagers, but that will change within the next seconds for very sure. One funny thing is we mentioned that RiuT didn't get enough stone, but he will have more stone soon, and he will be having the third TC faster.
Well, let's see. Yeah, looks like Mr. Yu is not planning on doing that just yet.
So RiuT
Still wants to wait a little bit more. And something interesting here, for me at least, Mr. Yo went with a +2 straight away, while RiuT chose to delay it a little bit more. Is that a strategy behind this, Neely?
Might be just weak eco, but it feels like RiuT has more of everything at the moment. He has Botkin arrow, he has more villagers, he has more military. I think he is in a better position than I was.
I just saw Dogon running into RiuT, bringing him a mouse pad, so it looks like the mouse pad was the problem.
Weird story. I was at his desk and he isn't playing with a mouse pad at all. It's simply
What
like
is the
and
story
we
behind
have
that?
some small carpets kind of on the tables, and it was like it isn't even like very solid at all. And I asked him, "Aren't you playing with a mouse pad?" And he said, "No, I trained like 5 games without a mouse pad." And it's okay.
Well,
I was like, what? I couldn't even click a villager.
Looks like that is just about to change. We could see Dogon running in to save RiuT, brought him a mouse pad, and the game is just continuing right now.
Seems like RiuT didn't take the games against Jordan seriously. And against Yo now, he's thinking, okay,
Jordan,
now
easy
let's
game.
start with a mouse and a mouse pad.
Jordan is easy game. I don't need mouse pad against Jordan. Easy game, no problem. Nice micro here by RiuT, making sure he can take up the hill, running a little bit around. Nice usage of the heart. Plumed Archer, really nicely done right there by RiuT, microing this really nicely.
Yeah, absolutely. Trading 1 for 2. You will only be ahead by 1. It's a nice trade, sure.
He knows exactly where he wants to raid once more. He wants to surge that goal in that wood of Mr. Yo. Looks like he won't be able to get any kills here. Maybe one. He does not have loom. Still does not have loom. Mr. Yo here loses one villager. Was not able to react just as fast as he could. Losing one villager, not too bad. Let's take a look at the rating for Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo rating with only 3 plumed archers. This is what I sort of wonder, was that +2 really necessary? Nearly, he's not making many plumed archers.
Yeah, but he should continue, and he is continuing. So I think it's totally right. He's still having 14 plumed archers. If you split them, it's not too important, but you will lose every fight. So even if you have like 15 against 20, 20 against 15, you need to have this +2 upgrade, or you will always get out microed.
Okay, let's take a look at the villager fight once more. It's 30 villager number. Let me correct that. It's 38 villagers, 35 villagers for Mr. Yo. RiuT trying to find a spot to head, and there's still no... what about this TC, Neely? I'm not sure I like it. We were sort of expecting to see a TC right there, right? Yeah, I guess having the +2 is probably going to be enough to defend this villagers. Indeed it is. So nice job here by Mr. Yo, judging the distance to that gold. Those plumed archers won't be able to do anything on that gold. There's a castle firing upon them, and that could actually be also one of the reasons he chose to go for +2 straight away.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a nice defense there, and obviously not only benefiting... Oh, he might intercept the TC here.
This could be huge. This could be huge. And he's going to go there. RiuT does have loom, but that's not going to be able to stop. That's not going to be able to stop these plumed
And he might even get in. If he gets in.
No, he does not get in. So it probably could even be trapped here at this point. Let's see RiuT bringing in the rest of his army. No, there's an opening right there. Maybe that's where...
Could have gotten in. Would have been so huge, but you never know. So it's bad to go in. If you go. Oh, and canceling the town center. Now he needs stone again.
I think he was playing a little bit with the fire here. I think he's playing a little bit with the fire. I would have wished for him to just go away. Not doing so, he's gonna cause him to lose a whole lot of plumed archers right there. Indeed, he lost a couple of numbers, but did kill a couple of villagers, did delay one TC.
Yeah, and so many idle villagers at the same time.
Very, very nice amount of idle villagers for RiuT.
And he was down like 3 villagers before, and now he's ahead by 4. Obviously, he is down in military now, but if he is safe at all places, this was a very good minute for him.
Indeed, looks like that went really well for him. And RiuT once more going to the same spot, denying the siege workshop by Mr. Yo here. And that would be so important for Mr. Yo to actually have that siege workshop up as soon as possible. A mangonel on the hill would be so good for him. Looks like RiuT is not going to allow him to just complete that siege workshop, building another one right here.
Yeah, he needs to build one.
And I think this is really nicely done. He's not deleting that one to make RiuT believe he does not have a siege workshop.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden...
And it's still at 85%, so you can easily continue it later.
Yeah, and just make another one.
A lot of siege workshops in Mayans War anyways later. So
looks like a little bit of a psychological trick right there, but I do like this trick a lot. He will be getting a mangonel. I think RiuT believes he's denying Mr. Yo of a siege workshop at this point. He just keeps standing there.
Plumed archers in the south will see
probably spot that. Indeed, there he is.
Retreats
you can see it now. You can see it now, and we'll probably go back with these ones. There he goes. Nicely done. Nicely done. Once more, let's take a look at the villager account. Mr. Yo still leading, not by 4 like before, but by 2, by 3 at this point. The military count is a bit scary, in my opinion, for Mr. Yo. Only 13 against 22.
Yeah, and he even lost some more against some units here on the left-hand side. But, yeah, not too important. But still, it's not like 22 plumes against 13 plumes. It's mangonels as well. So
the mangonels are still effective as long as those are not elite plumed archers. Those are not +3 and +4. Mangonels can still be effective.
And RiuT is getting ballistics now as well, so he might be able... Oh, that's not a good positioning for the mangonel. Okay. You need to be on that... Oh,
yeah, he wants to take the hill. He wants to take the hill. He won't be able to do it. RiuT is not going to allow that. He wants to go back a little bit. That could be a little bit too late. Does get a shot. Gets 2 kills, but could have been a lot better, in my opinion. And this is RiuT just making sure he can kill as many plumed archers as possible. Pulls back a little bit because he's losing a lot more than he should.
Building 3 mangonels now because he knows, dude, I need to defend this hill.
I need to defend a little bit, indeed. I want to take a look at the economies. Looks like indeed Mr. Yo, after all, is still going to be the first one to click up, maybe, Neely.
Yeah, I think RiuT even has hand cards, so I think RiuT's eco is a bit better at the moment. And he still has more army, so he has a map control. He should split his army more now, I think. But then you have the problem that Yo's plumed archers are getting effective and can do something sadly.
Once more, look how close this is. 74 villagers. Military really, really close. 2 mangonels here for Mr. Yo could be huge. He does need to make sure he does not lose units for nothing. Looks like this fight is not a good one for him. He needs to go back, wait for the mangonels.
And against ballistics, so you don't want
against ballistics. He needs a hero shot right here. I would be surprised if now he gets 2 nice shots, but RiuT really does not want to fight this at this moment, at least not while those mangonels are there.
Yeah, absolutely not. And I think RiuT is building a siege workshop now as well to defend against the mangonels.
That's what it is, and I think RiuT really wants to try to face those mangonels, but then he gets scared and hard to disagree with him. He wants now to go back to the safety of his TC.
It's Yo now who's denying the siege workshop, and look how the reaction of RiuT is.
The exact same thing happening. The exact same thing happening as before.
Maybe he's able to snipe if he is deleting the wall, and he
going from behind. But Mr. Yo is looking at this, gets an awesome shot right there. Those were 5 or 4 plumed archers, and another one shot goes in. That one was downhill, so not as terrible. But RiuT still seems to be playing with the fire here. Needs to go back, make sure you don't lose more units than they actually have to. Imperial Age is going to be first for RiuT, not for Yo, but he is under pressure nearly.
Yeah, and the difference is very little. It's only something like 10 seconds, and so it's not important at all. So we need castles up now, traps, rams. And at the moment, it's 2 siege workshops for Mr. Yo.
See how the mic will go. Nice job here by RiuT. Nice job. He manages to keep his mangonel alive. Really nicely done.
And Yo's retreating, as he should.
Now it's time for Mr. Yo to go back. But that raid really paid off, in my opinion. The villager difference has gone in favor of Mr. Yo at this point.
Well, it was just close.
Another nice shot. Really nice shot once more. Another 4 or 5 plumed archers go down. So Mr. Yo is doing really nicely with the mangonels so far in this game.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I like the position. Oh, we will see a trap wall.
This castle is really good from RiuT. What do you think about this? He's going to deny Yo of this gold right here.
No, it's not good at all.
You think so?
Yeah, it will just get rammed instantly. It's like the Ghost Lake game against Jordan.
You think so, yeah?
Was it against Jordan?
No, that was on Yo against, that was on the match
Yo against Dogao.
Yeah,
exactly. And then we saw, I don't like this castle again at all.
Yep, nice job once more by RiuT, keeping his mangonel alive. Manages to kill the other mangonel of Mr. Yo. Nice job by him. And Imperial Age reached roughly at the same time with a
Yo's
small
having
advantage.
problems not having a second stone spot there.
He's getting his second stone denied indeed, and this is RiuT with a +3 on the way. Elite plumed archers on the way as well, so this is the time where he could be pushing Mr. Yo a little bit right here on the left side. I see a couple of red spots right here. It's just a castle, so Mr. Yo trying to get control over the map. Let's see if that is going
big
to
mangonel shots coming up.
Yep, was a nice shot, but those were... Oh, that second one, that was a nice shot. Once more, RiuT really not paying attention to this. He just lost... How many were those? Like 8, 9, 10?
And it's not the first time, it's like over
it's
and
like
over
the third
again.
Time. It's like the third time. Like the third time that happens. And the numbers can actually be matched right now, so the only good thing going here for RiuT are the Rams, in my opinion.
Yeah, but as you can see, Mr. Yo is building a lot of rams as well. He will lose his castle, but I think so will RiuT.
Yeah, RiuT is trying to block the passage with those walls. Why did he stop? Does he not have any stone? No, he does have more stone. He just needs to make sure he drops them on time. Looks like that is going to do the trick. Making sure he actually closes this as well to make sure the trebuchet cannot be killed. No, he's not looking to do that. So indeed, I actually like the placement of his castle before. He was able to trap down that castle from Yo right there. Yo desperately trying to get it, and looks like RiuT does not have enough villagers to repair it.
What are the rams of Mr. Yo doing? Obviously, the walls of RiuT are pretty nice, but you can see that the castle obviously going down, and it was very nice for RiuT because now he has a hill. And he has some weird walls, which are actually nice late into the game. He's still blocking the gold spot. He's not blocking the stone spot anymore, but he killed the castle against the castle. And that's okay for now.
Okay, let's take a look at what will those rams be able to do. He did take down that castle, so nice job right there. He won't be able to do much more at this point. Maybe needs to go back a little bit more with those rams. Make sure he doesn't lose them for nothing. Cutting downhill, not optimal for him, so it looks like he will lose that last ram. There it is, last ram going down. Let's take a look at the number of castles. Something very important on a Mayan war. There's 2 for RiuT. There's 2 for Yo, but a third one on the way on the second stone. I think Mr. Nilford is gonna like that one.
Yeah, absolutely, and we will see a trap wall coming up there. And RiuT is walling at the base he built up there, and the traps are still there and not doing anything, only killing siege workshop. And Yo at the same time is sending his traps down, and he will start a huge trap war here.
Let's see if that is going to go in his favor. Something I like for Mr. Yo very much. He does have the siege rams already. A very, very important upgrade when it comes to a Mayan war. And it looks like RiuT did like the positioning of that castle. He's just making another one in the exact same spot, a little bit further away from those walls.
Yeah, but I still think that Mr. Yo trapping the castle on the left-hand side against RiuT on this spot is more important than controlling
that hill over here. Yeah, that hill over here. So a whole lot of rams, well, only 3 to be fair. Those might be about to get siege rams. Nope, I don't see siege ram upgrade being made here by RiuT just yet. So maybe a nice time to take a look at the number of plumed archers. Looks like it's a slight advantage here for RiuT with 44 against 37. Not a huge difference though, and just as Nilly said before, the trap war is about to start.
Yeah, and I think Yo has a huge advantage, obviously, having 2 against none for now. And yeah, nice ratings by RiuT there. But he doesn't have anything against the Rams. I'd love to see both players adding max amount of siege workshops, because those capped Rams, you can't easily counter them, because the counter is Eagle Warriors, but Eagle Warriors without any upgrades.
They die so hard.
Super cool.
They die so hard to plumed archers, indeed. They die super hard. So let's try to understand how will this fight here go on. Siege rams on the way for Mr. Yo. And maybe that castle can be stopped. And indeed, that castle is going to go down. Nice job here by Yo, as it just heard that we've got drop frames once more, guys. That's beyond my power. It's beyond my power. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully it will start running for you guys. Let's hope. But anyway, it looks like RiuT is getting the advantage here, and no problem whatsoever. Hopefully the stream will start running smoothly for you guys. Let's hope that this is RiuT actually being able to take down one castle, even though he did lose one himself.
And it's simply the lack of siege rams at the moment.
A whole lot of siege rams right here for Mr. RiuT that seem to be giving him the advantage at this point.
11 siege units for RiuT, and only 3. Yo, that's not enough.
Definitely not enough, and the ram train is on the way. What can Yo actually do to stop this?
Well, actually, just the only counter to rams is more rams.
Basically,
it sounds weird,
yeah.
But actually, that's how it works. And you can never come back, because now he's losing all his siege workshops.
He's gonna start losing TCs very soon as well. He's gonna start losing villagers as well. At this point, he's still quite close to RiuT, but we have to wonder, is that going to stay that way for a lot of time? I'm not sure. Looks like Yo is sort of concentrating on this castle right here. Maybe not the best of the options, because RiuT has got a whole lot of villagers right there to keep repairing the castles.
Yeah, I think the castle will go down again against 2 traps, but he's losing all his forward here.
And he's losing a lot of time here. He's losing a lot of time. Indeed, he's got a couple of rams right here. He needs to make sure he actually micros them in the right manner, but it's just so many rams. What is happening to the king? The heck with the king is going just to the middle of the fight. And I don't think that RiuT is looking at this. RiuT, please.
No one is looking at
RiuT,
this.
see this. Please, RiuT.
RiuT,
it can just finish the game. RiuT, it can finish the game. Oh my god, he's gonna miss it. He's gonna miss it. He could have ended the game just like that.
And he's going into a tower again. No,
yeah,
he's going into a castle now.
To be fair,
Jesus,
doesn't look like the game is going in his favor anyway.
Oh my god, you always want your waypoints of the tower to go into another tower, into a town center or a castle or something, but not into the front.
The game could have been over so fast for Mr. Yo. Such luck for him that RiuT actually didn't see that on time. Yeah. But still, let's be fair here. He's still getting pushed really hard right here on the south side.
And look at that, it's only 130 out of 135 for RiuT, so he's losing houses as well. Yo is losing houses, so we won't get into this very heavy pop 200 composition pretty soon.
Yep, I seriously doubt it as well. A nice rating right here on the top side of the map, killing a whole lot of villagers from RiuT right there. So Yo is doing everything he can. The population is not too terrible, let's be honest. The military numbers are even in his favor.
Yeah.
And the villager numbers are not too bad either. So Mr. Yo is holding on to this where he actually should have been dead.
But he got more yeah, actually
he should have been dead, man.
But he's getting like map control over it. He's raiding at the left-hand side. He's defending at home.
Killing a whole lot of villagers.
And
what
he's getting
happened
the
right
stone,
there?
And he has control of the gold
He's getting
as
the
well.
extra stone. He's killing so many villagers. He will be taking the score lead very, very soon. So looks like Mr. Yo did a incredible job holding on to this
RiuT
game.
is down to work like 65 working villagers.
67 villagers indeed. He's still pushing right here, but maybe this is not the correct side to start pushing because the gold for Mr. Yo is right here and right here. Well, it's done by now. Does Yo even have any gold left? He does have a little bit of gold here, so maybe this side here of the map.
This gold back.
Yeah, maybe this side of the map would be the right side to start pushing for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if Yo can build another castle, I think he should take the hill of RiuT now, where all the fighting was, because
he's got the rams there, so there's nothing stopping him to just place another castle right there. He will have the stone very soon.
Look at this, like points of all colors all over the map. It's like blue everywhere and red everywhere. Yeah. And everything is blinking because they are fighting at 4 points at the time.
Yeah, both players trying to get the map control whatever they can. And another goal that might be under Yo's control right here, killing more and more villagers. What a great job Mr. Yo is doing right here. He should be dead. I need to repeat this. He should be dead. His king was chilling just next to the plumed archers of RiuT.
And now he's leading in points.
And he's leading
and in
population.
Score.
He's got more plumed archers. He's got more villagers. What an amazing turnout of events.
Wow, I want to see his inai actually. I want to see his... Look at this. He's taking all the map.
Taking control of the other gold
greatest
as
macro
well.
of all time, as it seems. And it's even with RAM numbers now as well.
Looks like he will try to get down that castle. I'm not sure he's going to be able to. He's bringing a couple of plumed archers.
Yeah, that's a bit optimistic.
Yeah, I guess these two rams will die for sure. RiuT has got a whole lot of siege rams himself right here. So it looks like that is going to be all right.
I think he's wasting the rams, right?
Yeah, hard to disagree with you. I think he should just go back. RiuT has got a whole lot of siege rams right there. He won't allow him to just take down that castle. But getting control of more and more gold, it looks like RiuT is trying to prepare something right here.
Oh,
is he missing Thumbring?
Skirmishes.
Or skirmishers?
I hope he has something.
Okay, please check that for Neely. Let's make sure we didn't miss.
Archery. Yeah, in a reasonable spot.
Okay, so he definitely will have
close to the university,
by now.
So the places where you go.
So maybe Mr. Yo needs to get the rams together right here, some spot around here, and make sure he can actually rush this castle. Because at this moment, he still cannot do
it would have been better
this.
to just camp here and get like 2 traps, because that's the most cost-efficient thing.
Or trebuchets, right. With those rams behind them, that could be enough to actually defend the spot with no problem whatsoever. And the raiding's still happening right here. How many dead villagers were those right there?
Yeah, and
can you believe this number of dead villagers?
Close to 40 population.
Yeah, this could be a nice option here for RiuT to actually get a nice fight for him. And nice job here by Yo. He sees that straight away. Gets killed 3 villagers, maybe 4.
And look at
save the castle.
Resources of Mr. Yo. He can build plumed archers all day long.
Plumed archers all day long, indeed. So much wood, so much
rams.
Gold.
He should add like 10 siege workshops ASAP.
While RiuT seems to be losing space right here on the left side of the map.
Just check the king of RiuT. It's kind of safe.
It's on a safe spot. Yeah, it's on a safe spot. So it looks like Mr. Yo is going to have the momentum. He's got so many golds. Let me take a look at the gold count of RiuT. Not looking good, my friend. Not looking good at all. No gold left. Let me take a look. It's only 1 relic for him. And that relic is going to be gone because Mr. Yo is ramming down the monastery. How could this be possible, Neely?
Yeah, it's like, I think, like... not the right focusing of RiuT. Like pushing into sides which aren't too important, the middle, and like Yo just beautifully taking the whole map everywhere, controlling gold spots, raiding everywhere. You see him like running around with 4 strips of bloom archers all the time, and RiuT can't even like get all his villagers secured.
Indeed, and something that will eventually go wrong here for RiuT. He will need to relay to skirmishers, while Mysterio can just stick to plumed archers all day long. Look at that. Look at that gold count. He's got so much wood as well. He's got so much gold still left to mine. Hard to...
Oh, and we see a GG.
And that's the GG call. Hard to understand.
Wow.
Can you believe this? Can you believe this?
Oh, Mr. Yo.
Can you believe this? How is this possible? This game should have been over 30 minutes ago.
Like hundreds of streamers, hundreds of viewers in the world are like, what the fuck, the game was going like this way and he should have been dead. And if we ask RiuT, he probably didn't
He
even
probably
notice
still
anything.
does not realize what actually happened
Anything.
right there.
Yeah. How could he? How could he? If he realized, he would have killed the king, obviously. Oh, man.
No, and I
Oh,
just
man.
realized that the frames are really still quite down. So I really hope you guys didn't miss that part. It would be really, really bad.
Yeah.
There's really not much I can do to fix the internet connection. You see the frames are being dropped quite heavily right here. Hopefully something can be fixed really soon.
Whoa, those were crazy games.
Those were crazy games. And taking a look at the chat.
Yeah, we will get an interview after the games for sure.
Yeah, well, guys.
But we will not interview them now.
We can.
But this scene, we will have to ask we should first start to ask RiuT, what do you think was the highlight of this game? And he will say like, oh, I sniped 2 villagers over there. Or maybe the Mangler shots, which were epic as well. And then